Good morning to everyone. Today we are discussing the topic servo motors. The first unit completed, second unit servo motors. So servo motor means the control system which are used to control the position, velocity, acceleration are called as servo mechanism. So in a control system, control the position, velocity, acceleration are called as servo mechanism. The motors which are used in such type of control system are called as servo motors. So the position control, velocity control, acceleration control. వీటిలో యూజ్ చేసే such type of control systems are called as servo motors. So servo mechanism means the control systems which are used to control the position, velocity, acceleration are called servo mechanism. The motors which are used in such type of control systems are called as servo motors. Servo motors can provide continuous motion or steep motion. There are two types of servo motors: AC servo motors and DC servo motors. DC servo motors are widely used than AC servo motors because of its advantages. So in the maximum you are using DC servo motors in compared to AC servo motors. What are the advantages of DC servo motor? It's higher output torque than AC servo motor. DC servo motors output torque is greater than AC servo motors. And second one, easily achieve the linear characteristics. Easily achieve the linear characteristics and the quick response to control signals. Easy speed control from zero speed or full speed. And the fifth one, low electrical and mechanical time constants. Light in weight, gives 3 times the related torque in short period. High torque to inertia ratio. So there are 8 advantages of DC servo motors over the AC servo motor. What are the main advantage? It's higher output torque than AC servo motor. Easily achieve the linear characteristics. So in the control signals, the response is very quickly. In DC servo motor lo controlling signals is very quick response and easy speed control from zero speed to full speed. And the low electrical and mechanical time constants. So in the DC servo motor, electrical and mechanical time constants is very low. Compared to AC servo motor, electrical and mechanical time constants is very low. Light in weight. In DC servo motor, weight is very low compared to AC servo motor. And gives 3 times the rated torque in short period. So 3 times the rated torque in short period. And the last one, high torque to inertia ratio. High torque to inertia ratio. And the applications of AC servo motor. Applications of AC servo motor. used in DVD drives. In AC servo motors, you are used in DVD drives, robotics, antenna positioning, and conveyor belts. So in the electrical, you are using the conveyor belts. So in the ports also used conveyor belts. So conveyor belts you are used in the AC servo motors. And the applications of AC servo motor, it is used in DVD drives, robotic arms, and antenna positioning systems and conveyor belts. These are the applications and these are the advantages of DC servo motor. So I repeat, the control systems which are used to control the position, velocity, acceleration are called as servo mechanism. Okay, so in control systems lo use చేసే controlling the position, velocity, acceleration are called servo mechanisms. ఈ servo mechanism లో యూజ్ చేసే మోటార్స్ ఏమంటాం? సర్వో మోటార్స్. దేర్ ఆర్ టూ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ సర్వో మోటార్స్, ఏసీ సర్వో మోటార్స్, డిసి సర్వో మోటార్స్. ఇన్ డిసి సర్వో మోటార్స్ are widely used from AC servo motor. Advantages of DC servo motor: and the applications of AC servo motor. It's used DVD drives, robotics, and the antenna positioning systems and the conveyor belts. These are used in AC servo motor. And auto focusing cameras. So you are used in all mobile. It is focusing the cameras. You are used in AC servo motor. And used in solar tracking systems, also used AC servo motor. Used in robotic vehicles and walking robots, you are using AC servo motors. Used in printers and scanners, also AC servo motor. Used in automatic door opening systems, you are used AC servo motors. So AC servo motors is used in auto focusing cameras, solar tracking systems, robotic vehicles and walking robots, printers and scanners, automatic door opening systems. These are also used in AC servo motors. In DC servo motor, there are two ports. First one stator, second one is rotor. So in the stator position, a stator in a stationary port has poles and which a copper wire was wounded on it is called as stator winding or field winding, to which a current of IF was applied to its causes flux will be induced in the air gap of the stator. So in the armature controlled, back EMF is directly proportional to the d theta by dt. Angular speed means d theta by dt. So in armature controlled, back EMF in any DC motor, back EMF is directly proportional to the angular speed, and the torque is directly proportional to the current. In the armature loop, armature current, field loop, field current. So in rotor is a rotating part of a motor, has armature on which copper wire was wounded on it, called as armature winding. So in the field, in the stator, field winding, in the rotor, armature winding, to which a current of armature current was applied. Rotor was placed in the air gap of stator. So working principle of this DC servo motor is Lenz's law. So a motor working on the principle of Lenz's law, whenever a current carrying conductor was placed in magnetic flux, then mechanical motion will be included in conductor. In motor, for field winding IF was applied and causes flux will be induced in the stator air gap, and IA was applied to armature winding. So according to Lenz's law, mechanical motion was induced in armature conductor. So rotor will be rotates. So in Lenz's law states that mechanical motion was induced in armature conductor, so rotor will be rotating. The torque of the motor can be controlled in two ways. So already I told that by controlling magnetic field, by changing field current, IF is field current. By controlling armature current, IA. By controlling magnetic field, IF. By controlling armature current, IA. This is the working of DC servo motor. And this very important 7 marks question. Derive the transfer function of derive the armature controlled DC servo motor. Derive the transfer function of armature controlled DC servo motor. Armature controlled DC motor, the speed and torque of the motor can be controlled by changing the armature current. In armature controlled DC servo motors, the speed and torque of the motor can be controlled by changing the armature current. So this is in DC servo motor. This is completely in DC servo motor. All of you see this diagram. This is armature controlled. This is field controlled. Armature controlled, field control. Armature winding, this is field winding. Armature winding, you are controlled. You are calculating the transfer function is only in armature control. So this is apply voltage. This is LA means armature inductance. RA means armature resistance. IA is armature current. EB is back EMF. In armature controlled induced back EMF, EB. And this is the motor connecting the load J and B. This is the rotational mechanical system. This is rotational mechanical system connecting load. J is moment of inertia. B is frictional coefficient. Rotational mechanical system. J is moment of inertia. B is frictional coefficient. And theta is angular displacement. And the applied torque T. Applied torque T. So LA is armature inductance. RA is armature resistance. Back EMF. J is connecting load. Moment of inertia. B is frictional coefficient. E is supply voltage. IA is armature current. LF is field inductance, IF is field current. In Tm, motor torque in the opposing motor torque Tm. Theta is angular displacement. Tm is opposing motor torque. Opposing motor torque. So first, you are all the terms note చేస్తున్నా. Next, apply KVL at armature loop. You are apply KVL at armature loop. So your voltage across elements, resistor is V is equal to IR. Inductance is V is equal to L into di by dt. Capacitance is V is equal to 1 by C integral I dt. So apply KVL at armature loop. E is equal to RA into IA plus LA into DIA by dt plus back EMF. E is equal to RA into IA, LA into DIA by dt plus back EMF. And back EMF is directly proportional to angular speed of the motor. Back EMF is directly proportional to angular speed, and torque is directly proportional to the armature current. Torque in DC motor directly proportional to the current. So you are controlling armature current, armature controlled, so directly proportional to armature current. You are controlling field controlled, so field current. So back EMF is directly proportional to the armature, back EMF is directly proportional to angular speed. So flux is directly proportional to field current. And the torque is directly proportional to the armature current. So motor back EMF was proportional to the angular speed. Back EMF is directly proportional to the angular speed. What is angular speed? D theta by dt. So back EMF is equal to some constant into d theta by dt. And the apply KVL in armature loop. So already apply chesam. V is equal to resistor R into I, RA into IA. Inductance LA into DIA by dt plus back EMF. So back EMF మనం already calculate చేసాం. KB into d theta by dt. So substitute back EMF. Substitute back EMF and the apply Laplace transform. Laplace transform of d by dt is S. So E of S is equal to LA S into IA of S plus RA into IA of S and KB into d by dt Laplace transform S into theta of S. And you are connecting the load J and B. J and B. And the opposing torque in moment of inertia Tj, moment of inertia opposing torque is directly proportional to angular acceleration. What is angular acceleration? 2 times the differentiation of the angular displacement. J into d squared theta by dt square. And the B, frictional coefficient opposing torque is directly proportional to the angular velocity. What is angular velocity? One time differentiation of the angular displacement. So d theta by dt. And the apply Laplace transform, j d square by dt square s square into theta of s, b into d by dt Laplace transform s into theta of s. And torque is directly proportional to in DC motor armature current. So substitute torque place lo armature current. So substitute all the values in the back EMF and the torque. So K suffix T into IA of S, JS square plus BS into theta of S. So IA of S is last equation substitution. We are calculating theta of S by E of S. The transfer function theta of S by E of S. So in armature control DC motor, 4 points only. First point, apply KVL at armature loop, connecting load J and B, J into d square theta by dt square plus B into d theta by dt is equal to torque. And the third one, back EMF is directly proportional to angular speed. Back EMF is directly proportional to angular speed. And the torque is directly proportional to armature current. So only four, substitute one by one and the solving. And field controlled DC motor. This is field controlled DC motor. In field controlled DC motor, it's very simple. In the last one, you are calculating the transfer function in armature controlled, and this field controlled DC motor, you are calculating the transfer function of field controlled DC servo motor. In field controlled DC servo motors, the torque and speed of the motor was controlled by changing the field current. Their armature current was constant. Apply voltage E, field resistance RF, field inductance LF, field current IF. And in motor, you are controlling field controlled, field loop, so no back EMF. And the connecting the load is the same, J and B. RF is field resistance, LF means field inductance, IF is field current, motor torque, rotating, opposing motor torque, and theta is angular displacement, J is moment of inertia, B is frictional coefficient, IA is armature current. So same process, apply KVL at field loop, apply KVL at field loop, E is equal to RF into IF plus LF into DIF by dt. I repeat, in the field loop, apply KVL, E is equal to RF into IF plus LF into DIF by dt. Then, and torque is directly proportional to field current. So in the last one, torque is directly proportional to armature loop, so armature current. In the field loop, field current. So RF into IF, LF into DIF by dt. So apply Laplace transform. E of S is equal to LF d by dt की Laplace transform S. S into IF of S plus RF into IF of S. The torque balance equation of motor can be written as, so torque balance equation, you are connecting J and B only. J and B. J is Tj, moment of inertia opposing torque is directly proportional to angular acceleration. Angular acceleration means 2 times the differentiation of angular displacement. J into d square theta by dt square plus B, Tb, frictional coefficient opposing torque Tb, and B into d theta by dt. And the apply Laplace transform on both sides. Torque d square by dt square Laplace transform s square. D by dt Laplace transform s. J s square theta of s. Bs into theta of s. Substitute equation 2 in 5. Torque is directly proportional to the field current. Some constant into field current. Some constant into field current. Js square plus Bs into theta of s. And so substitute 7 to 6. So the transfer function theta of s by e of s is equal to kt by js square plus bs lfs into plus rf. So this is the transfer function of field control. So in field control, only 3 steps. Apply KVL at field loop. Torque is directly proportional to the field current. Torque is directly proportional to field current. And connecting load J and B. J means moment of inertia opposing torque. TB, frictional coefficient opposing torque, TB. So TJ plus TB. Write the equations, and the transfer function is Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input. What is the Laplace transform of output? Angular displacement is output. Theta of s is output. Input is E of s, apply voltage. E of s is apply voltage. So theta of s by E of s. Theta of s by E of s. This is the transfer function. And the last one is AC servo motor. Transfer function of AC servo motor. An AC servo motor is similar to a two-phase induction motor, except that the major difference in AC servo motor have high resistance, so that it have low X by R ratio, and the reactance and resistance ratio is very low in AC servo motor. Whereas two-phase induction motor have high X by R ratio which causes motor becomes unstable. So what is unstable? Unstable means the present output will be depends on past input. మనం ఇన్పుట్ ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత ఎప్పుడో అవుట్పుట్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, దాన్ని అన్స్టేబుల్ సిస్టమ్ అంట. సిన్స్ ఏసీ సర్వో మోటార్ హ్యావ్ low x by r ratio, so that we can achieve synchronous speeds. You can achieve in the synchronous speed. The construction of AC servo motor has shown in figure. This is AC servo motor figure. It has two stator windings which are excited by the same source but 90 degrees out of phase. This is I1, this is I2, this is rotor, this is stator. So పైన ఉండేది స్టేటర్ అమ్మా, ఇదిగో ఈ లోపల కనెక్ట్ అయింది కదా అది రోటర్. సో ఏ స్మాల్ డయామీటర్ రోటర్ was chosen in order to achieve the good accelerative characteristics by reducing inertia. The exciting currents of the two windings are shown below. Both are different with 90 degrees phase shift. So all of you see this phasor diagram. I1, I2. So 0 to 180 degrees, 180 to 360. So the excited current of the two windings are both are different with 90 degrees phase shift. So 0 to 90 degrees and 90 to 270. In the phase difference between exciting currents of the two windings are 90 degrees phase shift. So, and the working of AC servo motor, this is actuating signal, servo amplifier, this is E of T, and this is refer voltage, refer phase, and this is motor torque, and the same load J and B. This is angular displacement theta, control phase. As we know, it has two phases windings, one in reference phase, reference phase, and which is connected to a constant reference voltage. This is connecting in the constant reference voltage, and separating control phase in which actuating signal is applied with the source amplifier with 90 degrees phase out of reference voltage. The direction of rotating depends on the polarity of voltage at control winding. This is the characteristics of the AC servo motor, and this is used motor torque developed, theta angular displacement, J is moment of inertia, B is frictional coefficient, K1 is slope of control phase voltage, K2 is slope of torque and the speed characteristics. If the torque developed by the AC servo motor, so in AC servo motor, motor torque constant equation is this one, K1 into EC minus K2 into d theta by dt. In the motor torque constant equation, K1 into EC minus K2 into d theta by dt. And the torque connecting load, this is load torque J into d square theta by dt square plus B into d theta by dt. In equilibrium condition, motor torque equation is equal to load torque equation. Both are equating. Applying the Laplace transform of K1 is constant EC of S minus K2 into Laplace transform of d by dt S theta of S is equal to J Laplace transform of d square by dt square s square into theta of s. P into Laplace transform of d by dt s into theta of s. So in the equating, K1 into EC of S is right side, remaining theta of S is left side. 3 terms in theta of S, common theta of S. Theta of S by EC of S is equal to K1 by JS square plus F naught S plus K2S. And the S is common. This is the transfer function of AC servo motor. In AC servo motor, only two equations. First equation, motor torque constant equation, K1 into EC minus K2 into d theta by dt. And the load torque equation, J into d square theta by dt square plus B into d theta by dt. In equilibrium condition, both are equating and the calculating the transfer function. This is the transfer function you are calculating, DC servo motor and AC servo motor. So second unit, half of the unit is completed. First unit you are discussing in the classroom and defined system, control system, classifications, types, translational, rotational, rotational mechanical systems, differential equations, and the transfer functions, and force voltage, force current, and torque voltage, torque current, and electrical systems you are using to determine the transfer functions. And the feedback, what are the different types of feedbacks, what are the effects of feedbacks, what are the characteristics of feedback. First unit is completed in classroom. Second unit, these derivations already derived in classroom. Derive the transfer functions of armature, field, and AC servo motors and working of AC servo motors and block diagram reduction techniques and signal flow graphs. Okay, so half of the second unit is completed. Next Monday class, we are time response analysis. Time response analysis next unit start chestam. Okay, so ask any doubts. Anyone ask any doubts? సో ఒక 2 minutes ముందే కనెక్ట్ అయ్యేదానికి చూడండి అందరూ. సో క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యాక ఎప్పుడు హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ కి 20 minutes కనెక్ట్ అవుతా ఉన్నారు. సో నేను క్లాస్ చెప్పాలి లేకపోతే అడ్మిట్ చేయాలో అర్థం అవ్వట్లేదు. సో ఒక 2 minutes బిఫోర్ క్లాస్ కి కనెక్ట్ అయ్యేటట్లుగా చూసుకోండి. ఓకే.